Chapter 11, the strategy. We're going to look at what is the definition of strategy, what constitutes a good strategy, what needs to be considered in the context of communication strategy, and how have other brands created and executed an effective strategy. The definition of strategy is the art of planning and directing overall military operations and movements in a war or battle. A good strategy will create a unique and valuable position in the marketplace. Strategy requires you to make trade-offs, and a strong strategy will create a platform for a media idea, initiative, and tactics to combine into a single platform or idea. A good strategy will create a unique and valuable position in the marketplace. You need to know your competition, and can you own a specific position or medium or platform? The Dollar Shave Club, faced with the formidable competitive spending pressure and lack of their own budget, owned YouTube for a period of time. Rather than compete directly with their competitors in television, they became the quirky online video brand. There are as many different media mix options as there are people in the world. You can't be all things to all people. The most effective strategies recognize this. It requires you to lay out all of your options and then prioritize them and determine which choices can be most effective and have the courage to leave the rest on the table. The platform for Westin hotels took the communication strategy to disruptive places, showing calming images. Using business press, news programming, and finding the pressure points at airports, the brand strove to own the moment of relaxation during your busy business travel. So think about what platforms your favorite brands might own. As a reminder, barriers and drivers are those things that either prevent people from buying your brand or are the reasons why people buy your brand. They're not opposites. Don't forget, the barriers and drivers aren't opposites. Barriers and drivers can help you identify the impact that your brand needs to make. A big driver for Clorox bleach is that it can undo any mistake and get your whites white again. They chose to leverage this driver by finding places and moments on television where you would like to undo a mistake. The Bachelor/Bachelorette franchise is a perfect place for this. Many a contestant wishes they could take a moment back, and Clorox brings you some of those. Your communication strategy summary. Start with your marketing objective. Determine what communications can do to deliver on your objective. Identify your barriers and drivers. Determine what you want consumers to think, feel, and do. And create an overarching strategic statement that articulates the above and will guide your decisions later on. Understanding these brands and campaign factors will determine some of the choices that you make later on. From a product category to the duration of the campaign, how long do you need to cover it, your scheduling, the life cycle. Is this a new campaign or a familiar one? And is your message simple or is it complex? The PS4 strategic position informed communication strategy in that they needed the message to be in places where people were looking for inspiration and a challenge. The consumer, who was already in the mindset of looking to achieve their best, would be most receptive to this message. Let me know if you have any questions.